Ahead on DC News Now at 4. 3 states sending additional National Guard troops to the district. Why? The mayor says none of this makes sense.
Restaurant reservations are down in the district. We're breaking down the numbers and talking with restaurants about the trend.
It has been much cooler to start out the week with 70s around in some spots. We'll let you know how long this cooler air will stick with us.
And aspiring Virginia Eagle Scout making life a little better for cancer patients.
When I saw the weight room, it was shown more as a storage space.
The work she did at a local hospital to make them feel special.
The Washington Commanders taking on the Bengals in their first preseason home game. Sports reporter Brandy Flores gives us a preview live at Northwest Stadium.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. Today marks 1 week since President Donald Trump's federal takeover of the district. And today, more than 650 National Guard members arrived in the city today, deployed from West Virginia, South Carolina, and Ohio. A major escalation of federal intervention.
Tosin, just hours ago, a Free D.C. rally calling for an end to the district's home rule. This as the Trump administration's effort to crack down on crime and homelessness. Well, tonight is the deadline for those experiencing homelessness to vacate before cleanup operations begin. Let's head over now to DC News Now's Marielle Carbone. Marielle, number of National Guard members on the ground here expected to double in the coming days.
Yeah, Mark and Tosin, and you can now add Mississippi to that list of states sending Guard members here to the district. Now, we are outside Union Station where some of those members and their vehicles are staged. All of this as the mayor pushes back. Outside Union Station, visitors are now greeted by this. National Guard members and their vehicles parking in Columbus Circle.
It feels kind of surreal. I didn't think that this kind of stuff would be happening.
Surreal. Because I literally moved here because I felt safer here.
Angie Dahl moved here from Florida.
This is a really great city full of great people, and they're being terrorized.
About 800 Guard members are already in D.C. That number could double, with governors in Ohio, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Mississippi now committing to sending members.
This doesn't make sense. You know it doesn't make sense. The numbers on the ground in the district don't support 1,000 people from other states coming to Washington, D.C. You know it couldn't be done in a neighboring state. You know that.
Mayor Muriel Bowser pushing back.
The question is really not for us, it's for why the military would be deployed in an American city to police Americans. That's the question.
The press says, he's a dictator. He's trying to take over. No, all I want is security for our people.
President Trump saying Monday the surge of law enforcement is driving down crime.
We went from the most unsafe place anywhere to a place that now people, friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, sir, I want to thank you.
Now, in addition to those Guard members, we know that there's been a surge in federal law enforcement agents, many of them wearing masks and face coverings to protect their identities. I asked the mayor about that today, and she tells me that the police chief had requested that federal agents do not wear masks. Clearly, that's still happening, and the mayor says it's an ongoing conversation the chief is having with our federal partners. Reporting live from Union Station, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Mine. We're taking America back, baby.
Meanwhile, ICE posted on this video of their social media page a banner hanging in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood that reads, Mount Pleasant melts ice.
You can see our full continuing coverage of President Trump's takeover of D.C. police on our website. You also find all the reactions to the president's actions, what D.C. families can expect, and a breakdown of violent crime statistics. You can just head to DCNewsNow.com, click on the D.C. Takeover tab.
All right, Tosin, let's talk weather now. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with a first look at our forecast.
And Damon, honestly, minus the fact that there's just clouds, it feels pretty good outside.
Yeah, right? It doesn't matter if we have the gray skies as long as we're feeling a lot better than we did this weekend. I mean, talk about a contrast. It was downright sweltering on Sunday as those temperatures soared to the 90s. We had a lot of humidity before any sort of storms rolled in. But today is the exact opposite of that. We are not seeing much sunshine at all, able to heat us up because all of these clouds remain locked in. We only have a little bit of sunshine popping back up west of I-81 across the Allegheny front, some of our mountain counties getting that little bit of a boost with the sunshine. Temperatures out that direction, well, they have been able to climb a little bit higher than everybody else. Middle to upper 70s. That's still very, very cool for mid to late August. And then where the clouds have been locked in, the temperature has actually dropped in the district and across parts of Maryland. It's only 69 degrees in D.C., so it is downright cool out there compared to what we just experienced over the last couple of days. And these same trends are going to continue as we head into the overnight hours. Clouds will stick around. Temperatures will stay very much on the cool side. If you're not already in the 60s, you'll start to get there as we head toward the overnight hours. Yes, there are a few spotty showers, especially close to the Chesapeake, but outside of that, no, we're not going to need the umbrellas as we can just enjoy this cool and much more refreshing feel across the DMV. Now, how long is this going to stick around? We all know it's going to change at some point. We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Northern Virginia man is in custody after allegedly shooting and killing his mother over the weekend in Arlington. Police responded to a home on Fairfax Drive Sunday where they found a woman, 57-year-old Travis Baldwin, was rushed to the nearby hospital where she died. The suspect, Logan Krisinger, is charged with first-degree murder along with other felony charges.
Two men facing charges in the murder of a woman in Montgomery County. One of them, her son. Police were at Daniel and Victoria Shea's home Friday after getting a report about a missing woman. When officers went to the house on Muncaster Road in Deerwood, they found evidence a crime may have happened. Shea told police he hadn't seen his mom for several days and didn't know where she was. Officers found Victoria's body near Route 124 in Brink Road. Shea was arrested on Saturday. He's charged with first-degree murder. Shea's roommate, Dwayne Embry, is accused of helping him get rid of Victoria's body.
Oh my gosh, this is a very quiet neighborhood. We don't have that kind of crime in this area, so it is very disturbing to hear that such a thing happened.
Shea is due in court tomorrow for a bond hearing. The medical examiner's office working to determine the cause of Victoria's death. A 17-year-old boy arrested after allegedly killing another teen. Police say 17-year-old Cameron Adams was killed last month. On July 20th, officers responded to 6900 block of Killarney Street, where Adams was found with a gunshot wound. He died at the scene. The second person, a man, was also shot, but only had non-life-threatening injuries. Police say Adams and the 17-year-old suspect knew each other. He was arrested August 5th. The teen charged with second-degree murder, and he's being held without bond.
In the district, Ukrainians and their supporters gathered around the corner from the White House. That's the nation's leader. Met with President Trump this afternoon. The two discussed ways to end the war with Russia after nearly 3.5 years. Today's meeting follows last Friday's talks between President Trump and Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Alaska. One Ukrainian woman told us that she hopes today's talks at the White House are more productive without any concessions by President Zelensky.
I think the peace, real peace, and the stop of the war could be achieved if Russia just withdraw its own troops from Ukrainian territories.
Ukrainians will gather at the White House Sunday afternoon to celebrate their nation's Independence Day. That rally runs from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m.
In our schools this afternoon, a ribbon cutting in D.C. with Mayor Muriel Bowser and other local leaders is for Phase 1 of Stoddard Elementary School's expansion project. The project is called East End Classroom Edition. It includes 16,000 square feet of new space and 10 modern classrooms. The second phase of the expansion is expected to be completed summer 2026.
We will break ground on even more new space. So even with a very tight and very unusual budget season this year, and continue to grow investments is in public schools.
DC Public Schools start the new school year a week from today, August 25th.
Hey, football season right around the corner, at least when we're talking the NFL. It's a big night for the Washington Commanders, who are gearing up for kickoff as the Cincinnati Bengals are in town for preseason game number 2. In just a bit, our Brandy Flores will have a live pregame report from Northwest Stadium.